What's going on, guys? Midwest by Motorcycle back here with another vlog. Starting off at this beautiful, is it a temple? I don't know what it is, forgive my ignorance. Out here in Evanston, Illinois, just north of what's it called, Northwestern University. And we're just out here for a nice ride, and I figured it'd be a great time on the closest thing that we can maybe call a twisty road in Illinois, a good old Sheridan Road, to talk about how I got into motorcycling. So I think this story starts really when I was kind of just a teenager on YouTube, bro. I mean, everyone our age, everyone our generation, all of your media consumption from a very early age transitioned from TV to YouTube, and I really found the vlogging category of videos really interesting. I used to be a fan of Casey Neistat's daily vlogs. It's amazing what that guy did and how long he did it for. It ended up being kind of weird, but one thing that I always stay consistent is this weird obsession with motovloggers, and kind of watching them ride around, talk about their day, talk about shit going on, and I really enjoyed it. I found it relaxing to watch, and I always just took an interest in motorcycles because of that. I think about people like 6'4" Honda or Do It With Dan, who from like early on, before people were really doing it, were balls deep in the motovlog concept. And honestly, that was some of my favorite content I've ever really seen on YouTube. I found it hilarious. I found it entertaining. I always noticed how audio quality made a huge difference, and it just really sparked my curiosity. So that's kind of where the original flair for motorcycling is cool came from. Now, life on two wheels, depending on how you look at it, I've been doing my whole life. I come from a big bicycling family. My dad's a gigantic mountain biker, loves fat bikes and stuff of that sort, and I was the same. I grew up mountain biking with my dad. I rode around on a single speed, not fixie, but just a single speed bike all through college. Got hit by a car twice on that bike, actually, that bicycle. And I just always loved the feeling of being on two wheels. I think when I took the class and they're like, you need that bicycle experience, I'm like, who doesn't have the bicycle experience? But man, if you're really comfortable on a bicycle, and I used to commute to work every day on my bike just like that, and going through downtown Chicago through the loop during rush hour on a bicycle, you gotta learn to be pretty confident on your bike if you're not already. You know what I mean? You're splitting traffic, you're dodging cars because people don't see you, but even more so than people don't see you on a motorcycle, it's tenfold on a bicycle, man. Especially if you're not running lights like this person, which I don't think I had lights on my bike. You get some hairy situations. I got hit twice on my bicycle. Once was in college. I was going down a really popular street, and it was one of those things where you had a two-way road and then a bike lane on the left side. So when you were going down on the right-hand side down this hill in the bike lane, the lane next to you is actually oncoming traffic. Separated, but there are, when there's an intersection, that barrier, that curb or whatever that separates you from the cars disappears. What happened was I was riding down the hill over at Purdue in the bike lane, and a guy didn't see me. I was actually hands off my handlebars, which is a bad habit. Turned out he was coming this way at me. I was going down the hill, and he was taking a right turn at the intersection we were intersecting at our paths, and yeah, dude, he almost fucking I almost T-boned him and would have been seriously injured. Luckily, that didn't happen. I saw him come up. I slammed on my brakes. I actually skidded. I skidded into his front right bumper, and the blunt force of me hitting it, I actually didn't fall off the bike, which was miraculous. Tackled my wheel completely, and I just skidded away with a tackled wheel. Girl stopped. She's like, "Are you alright?" Coincidentally, she was a maintenance worker at the apartment building I worked in. And I was like, you know, she just hit me in her company car. She'd probably get into a lot of trouble, maybe lose her job if I reported it. I'm alright. My bike is not alright, but it's just a wheel, and like I could afford a fucking wheel, dude. It you know, comes with the territory, bro. Like, if you're gonna, with anything you buy, if it breaks, you gotta afford it, right? Camera on my phone break. I was really upset about. My girlfriend's like, "Hey man, you're the one who bought the expensive ass iPhone, and you need to be okay when it breaks and to fix it." So that was the first time. And then the second time I was, it's kind of a similar situation, but this time it was a bike lane right here, and then a one-lane road going this way, a one-way road, and I think it was on Dearborn Street in the Loop. And sometimes you'll see there's a turn light for the bicycles. No, there's a green light for the bicycles to go straight, and then a red or green turning light for the cars. And it will be green for the bike, red for the cars, so they can't turn out in front of you. Well, the guy ignored that. You know, it's kind of a similar situation. I rode straight in the side of him. I slammed on my brakes. I skidded right into the side of his car. I left a fucking human-sized dent in his door. See you later, bro. Like, that's it. So I had that, and you know, after that, I frankly didn't ride my bicycle a lot. It just was like, dude, I'm gonna get killed. You know, I don't have the means to get out of a sticky situation fast. So whatever, I stopped riding my bike a little bit, and then as well, quarantine happened. Freaking COVID-19 happened, right? So I wasn't going to work, I wasn't riding my bicycle, whatever. When COVID-19 happened, I have this love for being on two wheels, right? And then COVID happened, and now I'm finding myself so bored. Like, I had nothing to do, man. Like, you couldn't go to a bar and get drunk like all the other 23-year-olds, and there was nothing to do, man. And I was entertaining the idea of, like, I'm gonna learn how to ride a freaking motorcycle. I've been thinking about motorcycles for so long. I've never pulled the trigger, partially because I used to be, you know, fiscally dependent on my parents, and they would murder me if I bought a bike under their watch. But I'm like, I got the money, man. I got my head straight on what I want out of it. I'm gonna fucking go for it. And I went for it, and I love it. So I signed up for a program here, an MSF course called, I think that's where the twisty part happens. No, not yet. It's a MSF course hosted by these people. It's called Ride Chicago. Oh yeah, this is the twisty part. Oh, I'm gonna speed up a little bit. I'm gonna go quiet and just enjoy the twisty for a minute. Yeah, baby. Right turn, left turn, and manholes because we're in Chicago. Nothing smooth. Turn right here. The turn that a cop is always on. Not today. Yeah, baby. This is proof, man. You don't need to be going blisteringly fast to have a great freaking time, man. I'm just out here ripping on this rare twisty road you find in Chicago. That got a little bit squirrely. I was in fourth gear nonetheless, man. Oh yeah, that was good. So yeah, dude, I took a course called Ride Chicago. Went out, I did the MSF thing for 2 days. We rode around. I was on like some Kawasaki 125 cruiser. I loved it, man. And from the get-go, I sat in the bike and I'm like, oh yeah. I kept telling my parents, my girlfriend, I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna take it and just see how it is. I knew, man. I knew the minute I sat on one of those, I was gonna be like, yup, this is it. And I was pretty good at it from the get-go, man. I understood. I feel like people really struggle with the concept of how to corner on a motorcycle. I understood right away how to corner, man. I've been riding bicycles my whole freaking life. It's the same thing. Push, go, right? Push, go. Yeah, man. It was easy. The only thing I was struggling with is the gearbox. I mean, I learned how to drive with an automatic car. I didn't really understand, like, what feathering the clutch meant or anything like that. I figured it out pretty quickly. And yeah, man, took the course. They were really cool, and they actually licensed me as well. So after my course, I came back 2 weeks later, and they had a licensed Secretary of State guy. Well, that's a holy crap. Do an administrative test. I killed it. I was scraping pegs on the weave, which I'm sure made that guy laugh his ass off. And I got my license, man. Well, I didn't have my license. I had the certificate that proved that I've done the training, so I go to the DMV and get the license. You know, it's pretty bad time to have to go to the DMV. This is when there was like 3-hour-long lines to Bronco. This is when there was like 3-hour-long lines to what's it called? Go and do anything at the DMV, and it was miserable. Is it gonna rain? Yeah, man. I sat in a 4-hour line, got my license, and that was it, man. I actually bought a bike. I actually bought my CBR 500R before I had my license. I had my permit, and I couldn't wait. I told my girlfriend's dad, because he rides, I'm like, let's go to the dealer. Let's find me a bike. I found my, wow, that's a nice house. I found my golden star, my baby, my CBR 500R, which ultimately got traded back into the same dealer, and I checked their website last week and has been sold, which it's weird when you really fall in love with the bike. Traded in, actually went back a few times to get stuff for this bike. And we're going to sit on my old one and just remember all the great times. It's just gone, man. It's just gone. It's just with the new owner. Who knows how they're taking care of that thing. So yeah, man, I bought the bike, got my license, and just started riding like crazy. I started an Instagram account. The Instagram account was originally called CB Rides 500. Did the old Instagram thing, man. I tried to get as many followers as I can. I think I have about 600 or something right now. Just a fun little spot to, you know, put clips of me motorcycling on here, because I do have the GoPro Hero 8, which is what I'm currently recording with. And dude, it was great. it was absolutely great. I was going out. I would go out in the rain on purpose just to get the experience. I would go out in 38-degree weather on purpose just to get the experience, man. And I was soaking up and loving every minute of it. I think I put around 4,100 miles on that bike in one season. I loved it, man. It was the best summer of my life. It really was. And yeah, man, that's about it. I pretty much already explained how I got the NT, traded my old bike and got it last winter. Now that's about it. Went something a little bit quicker with a little bit more balls on it, and I certainly did that. So yeah, man, that's that. You know, thanks for listening. I hope I can keep making these videos and, you know, hopefully gain a little bit of an audience. Yeah, as I said, motovlogging was so cool to me. And nowadays, I'm like, dude, I'm on my motorcycle so much. Why not? why not record it? You know what I mean? Like, it's not doing any harm not to record it. So yeah, man, without further ado, thank you for listening. Get out and ride, man. Enjoy the day, and I will talk to you all later.